Hi, my name is Logan Hundley, and for my Second Chances essay, I chose to write about why everything happens for a reason. I chose this point from the book because I feel like it really relates to my life. When I was about 12 years old, I found out that I had depression and anxiety, which have been things I've had to deal with alone ever since. At that age, it was very tough for me to deal with, and my biggest issue is that I would only focus on the negative things. I didn't really know how to deal with the tough situations I was presented with, and it felt like someone had pushed me into a dark hole with no way out. The further and further I fell into that hole, the more and more it seemed like I would never make it out. Somewhere along the way, I realized that I was choosing for there to be no way out. When I was faced with bad situations, I would just focus on how bad they were, which would only send me further and further into that dark hole. I realized that something good always came out of a bad situation. This wasn't always evident right away, and sometimes it began to feel like the situation would never get better, but it always did. I finally realized that I didn't have to stay in that dark hole anymore, and all I had to do was stop letting the bad situations push me down further. I just had to look at each one as a step out of that hole. And so every time I was faced with a bad situation, I would remind myself that I didn't have to let it bring me down. Now I am closer than ever to the top of that hole. In his book, Chuck talks about how he didn't let his bad situation bring him down. He looked at the bad thing that happened to his career as a way to further himself. He took advantage of the time in prison to help other people out, which in turn helped himself out. I feel like I can use that in my future career as well. When things don't go good, I can't let that bring me down. Instead, I need to be asking myself why it's happening. Every now and then I let a situation push me back down a little bit, but I never let myself forget that the negativity is only temporary and everything happens for a reason.